Hey, how's it going? I thought I'd make this video to talk about some of the recent things that have been happening in the realm, whether it be on stream or on YouTube. I'd also like to give you a update of what I've been doing and what I plan to do in the server next. So I'm going to get right into it. I'm just going to be talking while I do my thing on the server here. So I'm going to start off with right from the beginning. When we started the realm, it was like maybe 2 weeks ago. I went right to doing stuff like making a farm and collecting resources while Glenn did stuff like he normally does, such as um, mining. Because that's generally what Glenn does. He goes right to mining, and I generally go right to building and gathering. So I went and gathered some wood and I started making a house, but that was short lived because I kept dying. Like, I wanted more than just what I had, my wooden tools. So I would go, if I wanted to get anything other than just stone, I would die because I'm garbage. And this got really annoying. So I ended up the next day just getting pissed off and saying, fuck it. And what I did is I gathered all my stuff and I started getting ready to move. So I picked up all the stuff I found I thought was valuable, and I started going to negative coordinates. And it wasn't long. It took me maybe 2 minutes to find a very nice looking ravine. And I decided, okay, well, the exploration can wait. I'm going to check out this ravine. So I went and I did that. And I got quite a bit of iron, and I got some coal, and I got some gold even. And I was pretty happy with that. But next, I had to start moving because I couldn't stay 200 blocks away from where I was. So I decided to keep going negative. After getting myself ready and collecting enough food that I felt comfortable starting my adventure, I started to run. I started running and started boating because there were multiple oceans in between the base that I was living at, the walls, I should say, I was living at because there was never even a roof. And I started to branch out. And this is new to me because I normally just chill kind of close to spawn and I just make my house and I do my own thing. But this time I decided to explore. So I started boating and running across biome to biome, ocean to ocean, and finding new stuff, which is really exciting for me and I'm happy that I did it. But after running for a long time and making things like a little shack on a beach, I realized I had been about 10,000 or my coordinates were about 10,000 in the negative. So I figured, all right, I better stop here because if I don't stop here, it is going to be a long walk if I ever need to get back. So I started looking around for a nice spot to set up base and to claim as my own. And it didn't take me too long to find a nice plain, like a little clearing where I decided to start my little base. So what I did was I made my little shack out of the little resources that I could. I didn't want to spend too much time making a nice base because I just wanted somewhere safe. I needed somewhere where I was not going to die if it was nighttime and I could not sleep. So I started building my little hut and I put a little bed in there, I put some chests in there, I had a crafting table, and I had furnaces, so I had everything I could possibly need. Now, that was alright for the time being, but I needed food, so I started working on a farm. Well, I started planning the farm. I decided to terraform a decent little chunk out of the small hill beside my base, and I started to make a farm, which is now doing great. I have a lot of crops in it, and it gives me a lot of food if I plant everything in there. So it didn't take long for me to like double, triple, quadruple my crops, and now I don't have to worry about that. But I couldn't be satisfied with that. I needed a little bit more, and I needed something better. I needed something better than baked potatoes or bread. So I decided that it was about time that I went and I found some cows and sheep and pigs and chickens. So I went and I did that, and I stored them in a small hole. I got about 2 of each of them. I stored them in a small hole in the ground beside my base until I was able to make some sort of pen for them. I didn't want to make like a really bad looking pen, so I tried waiting till I could make a really nice looking one for them. Because I care about the looks. I don't want something that looks really bad, you know? But anyway, I started thinking, what could I do? I started collecting wood and started thinking about what would be my design choice? How would I design this place? Because I normally use oak logs, oak planks, dark oak, or spruce. I don't normally use jungle, acacia, or any of the other ones. So it was definitely stepping outside of my comfort zone with building too, which is really good. And I think it ended up really fucking good. It looks nice and it works and it keeps the animals in one place, but it doesn't look as simple as a fence around like in a square. So now I built that and then I got my animals in there and I started breeding them and I didn't have to worry about food anymore. But I couldn't be satisfied with that. I needed riches. I needed something to build armor with and to get good tools. I needed diamonds and I needed iron. So I went and I started mining. Now, I'm not too savvy on mining, or at least in the past I have not been. So it was kind of new for me too, because I don't normally do that. I normally like bargain with like Glenn, for example. I'll make him a house if he gets me some diamonds, and then I get a diamond pick, and then I don't have to worry about getting my first diamond tool all on my own. But in this case, I did have to do that, which was really nice. It was a nice change, and it's really interesting to see the other part of Minecraft that I don't normally partake in. Because I'm a builder. I used to only play in creative because I just like building. I didn't really care to play survival. It was boring to me. But I enjoy survival a lot more now. Anyway, I went and I found a cave and I explored for a while. And I got a lot of iron and I got a couple diamonds and some redstone, a little bit of everything. Now, that was good, but I had to start thinking. Uh, what am I gonna do about being lonely? I didn't want to be just on my own, 20,000 blocks away from everyone else. So I went out and I found a couple dogs and started breeding them, and now I got a bunch of little dudes just hanging around everywhere. And I have the dogs, so I'm not lonely. Well, as lonely as people being there. So I have the dogs, I have food, I have a small hut, and I have a nice little chill place, and I have a little bit of resources. I wanted to connect my base with the rest of the server. So the easiest way to do that was to connect nether portals. Because instead of running a 20,000 block triathlon, you could run 2,000 blocks in a two straight lines. So I made my nether portal after I finally got the obsidian for it, and then I started to bridge out on like the base layer. So where my nether portal started, that was the middle coordinate that I decided to stay on. So for example, I'm at 15. My portal's at like 70 something, I think, or 50 something. I was making bridges at like 50 something and going over lava pools. This quickly got pretty dangerous, and I thought, this is taking so long. And then I was streaming, luckily, and a chatter mentioned that you can dig below the lava pools. So I was like, yo, that's actually a good idea. And then I came back here, I started making this tunnel, and as you can see, it's a pretty nice straight tunnel. It's very simple. It's not an intricate path. Now, this does need some improvements, such as rails, so that it goes a little faster, or even if it's not faster, just so that it's a little bit smoother. I don't have to run. I can just sit in a minecart and go back and forth. And maybe we can even send loot in a chest in a minecart back and forth to transport materials. That would be pretty cool. But anyway, I had to work on the pipeline. So I started digging, and eventually I finally managed to get the pipeline connected to the other portal. And I was quite satisfied with that. But next, I wanted to get a little bit more diamonds because I wanted some diamond tools, and I wanted to get enchantments figured out. So that's what I did. I went in here, into my little nether room, and guess what I made? This little cool thing, and I got my enchantment table. I got it all set up, and I got some chests over here for spare stuff. Now, that was good because I was able to get this diamond pickaxe and enchant it, which was perfect because I was able to go down and strip mine with it. I put it in there and I got Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4. Now, it's not terrible, but it's not the best. But it would do. So, I'm not big on complaining about this because I'm pretty good off with this pickaxe. But I wanted more, and I decided to go back down into the mines and try to get more diamonds so that I could get a better enchant. And I ended up making the strip mine. So I'm going to go down to the strip mine and show you, but until then I'm going to keep talking. So I went down into the mines and I started the strip mine and I started to get some diamonds. So I obtained a decent little amount of diamonds, and then I was talking with Dallas and Colton in a chat, and Dallas mentioned that sorry, I lost my train of thought. Dallas mentioned that he needed golden apples, and I also remembered them talking about getting a mending villager. So I said, I can give you apples if I can have a mending book. He said, yeah, sure. So now with this newly built pipeline, I was able to get there and relatively fast. So I brought him about 4 golden apples and made the deal with him. Now, this was great because I ended up getting directed to Colton, and Colton was so generous, and I ended up with like 5 or more mending books. This was epic. So I came back to the base and I immediately put mending on my pickaxe and my sword. And you see, I'll get to this, but I got an elytra and I put mending on it too. Now, this was probably like the best moment for me because I was finally comfortably able to strip mine, and my pickaxe just replenishes itself. So I can just go down there and strip mine for like half a stack of torches and just chill. But anyways, I was talking, Colton remembered that I was talking about not having fortune, and that kind of sucked. So he actually offered me to come to his base and take a look at what he was building and just give him some input on it. He's working on his walls and he wanted some input. He said that he'd give me a fortune book if I gave him some input. So I went over there and I did that. And I got a fortune book. And also, I can insert a clip right here. I made a deal with Charlie.
I've got a bow
Welcome
and I have no arrows.
To the glorious underworld.
I can't see anything yet.
Backwards.
I can't.
Yep. Come back to my enchantment chambers.
Okay. Enchantment chamber.
This is a very nice little enchantment chamber.
Ooh. Okay.
It's in early development.
16 bookshelves. Okay.
Yep. And then come on down here for the quick tour of what I call the cavern. I don't actually call it that, but it's here, so.
Ooh, what is this, a slime chunk?
Maybe. That's the first slime I've seen here,
slime just
so
spawned.
maybe. But I will take those slime balls because that's pretty sweet. But this is like the starting of the
strip
cube.
mine down here.
The strip mine, if you would like to see the strip mine, it won't take long. We can go down this way. Back to the top.
Okay, and one last thing though. One last thing. Can I steal the shield?
Yes.
Okay. And my
Shulker
water froze because I was wearing frostwalker boots.
We are finally going to evolve from the stinky satchels.
Oh, not the bundles. I hate those.
Yeah.
This is a big farm area.
Yes, indeed.
Gee. Oh.
I yield a lot of crops.
It'll unfreeze it. It'll unfreeze in a second, it's fine.
Alright. And then up here is where I keep the sheep and the cows and the piggies.
The sheep and the cow.
This is where the
Okay,
fucking
this guy's a
happens.
lot.
So Charlie, word on the street
Yes.
is you have a deal for me. Me and my parrot
I
here.
may or may not have a deal for you. Maybe. You know,
You know,
just a little something.
just a little something.
Ooh. See what you have there.
A little something like that.
Scammer gets scammed. Scammer gets scammed.
I know my
Hey,
tunnels.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Anna, I might give you one of these.
Ooh.
Now, what if I were to also say if I have two of these? You see what these are? Ooh. If I
Let
have
me see it
eight.
rain. Let me
Eight
see it
shell.
rain. I want to see it rain. Make
Yeah.
it rain. Make it rain, baby.
I've been
On me.
I've been on the realm longer. I have priority. I have pickup priority.
You have not been on the realm longer. I joined and it was just me and Colton.
Yeah, but
Go ahead,
then
throw.
you
Let's see.
left.
Throw.
I joined
Let's
3
see.
seconds ago. I pick a priority. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
All right, we'll hand them over.
Okay.
Hand them over, good sir.
There's 2.
Can I have 2 more?
There's
Can
4.
I have 2 more? Can I have 3 more? Can I have 2 more? Thank you, good sir.
All right, 12.
I
Sounds
am
good to me.
very happy with this purchase.
Yes, indeed.
Are you planning
I
on
will put my boots
flying
back
back or running back? So, as you can see, I have quite a few diamonds now because I've been strip mining. I made a deal with Charlie for an elytra because they had went to the end just about 3 days ago. At the time of this video going up, about 3 or 4 days ago, they went to the end. Now, I made a deal with Charlie that for about 10 diamonds, since he already had multiple, because he was exploring in the end, he would bring me an elytra and some shulker shells. So he brought me 8 shulker shells, which makes 4 shulker boxes, and an elytra. Now I put mending on this elytra so it doesn't break on me. And I also got some diamond armor made. But now what I gotta do is I gotta get some levels. I need about 30 levels because I need to put some enchantments on this armor because I don't want to wear it until I have good enchantments on it. Because if I get, like, for example, unbreaking, it will slow the... what's it called? It'll slow the durability wear on it. So that's what I'm kind of looking for right now. I need to go actually make torches. But that's, I believe, everything. We do need to get more rails. So, bottom line is, I need to get more rails, and that's going to cost me a little bit of time. I need to maybe go down to that mine shaft that I found. If you watched one of the streams, you will know that I found a mine shaft when I was doing some digging. So, that mine shaft down there, I gotta go back down there and get some more rails, because right now we only have about 5 stacks of rails, and we need enough to span the entire pipeline, which is about 2,500 blocks. So we need more powered rails and we need more rails. Now, that's our next task, but that's going to take me a little while. So I'm going to have to get some iron, and I'm going to have to get some sticks, and I'm going to have to get some extra redstone. Well, actually, no, I'm probably good on redstone. But I'm going to have to get extra gold. So that's basically where we're at right now. Now, here for the update, I'm going to be busy for like the next few days, which is why I'm recording this video. It's a little short video, just talking to you and giving you an update and filling new people in on what's happened in the last 4 or so episodes and streams. So, there are 4 parts on YouTube right now, but there have been about 6 streams, and I take those parts, each one of those parts is from a stream, This is the first video only recording, so that's pretty cool. This is my first Brozos video only recording, just because I want to send this out on a Thursday so that I don't have to worry so much about getting a stream out. So if you have not already, make sure to follow the Twitch, because I do Twitch exclusive streams sometimes. And sorry if I'm getting bogged up, but I've been talking a little bit, and I lose my train of thought sometimes when I'm just talking and mindlessly running around. But that's alright, because we all do it sometimes. Yeah, I think that's about all that I have to tell you, except for one more thing. Charlie and I were talking, and we may or may not soon start collecting so that we can fight Big Man. Now, Big Man's going to be quite the fight, but I think we can do it. So, let me know what your thoughts are about this, because Charlie and I are maybe going to be fighting Big Man so that we can both get ourselves beacons, which would be awesome. And then, next on the agenda would be to actually start making our base, because I don't have an official base. This is the farm, and down there's the crop farm. That is the shack. That's not a base. I need a base, like a big building. So that's what's on my next to-do list after the rails and after Big Man. So if you have any questions or any comments, feel free to comment down below. But without further ado, I'm going to end this off here. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Turn notifications on to know when I go live or when I post a video. Like the video, and that'll be all. So, thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you on the next stream so that you can chat and interact with me, or the next video. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys. Doggy. Doggos.